All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dunk Talk, episode 12. My name is Dylan Haugen. I am a dunker from Minnesota, and today we are interviewing Miles McDonald, who has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube from spinning basketballs. And he's been on Jimmy Fallon, he's collabed with the Globetrotters, he's done a bunch of crazy stuff. So, Miles, if you want to introduce yourself real quick, and we'll get right into it.
I'm Miles McDonald. I make basketball YouTube videos. Just reached 2 million followers, like Dylan said on YouTube about, I want to say a few months ago. I just make basically what he said, like basketball spinning videos. I just try to make, I usually do short form content too. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm super curious to talk about some stuff because Miles, if you guys did not know, came to the dunk camp. What was it, last month? And that was super cool. Got to meet up with him. So I've been talking to him for a while before that. I actually wanted to ask you, so the first time, I remember the first time like I saw your stuff, it was like you commented on one of my videos and I like had no clue who you were. And I don't remember if you were verified at the time. If you were, I definitely like noticed that. But I'm pretty sure someone was like a bunch of people like replied to your comment. They were like, "Yo, McDeezy, like what's up?" And I was like, "Bro, wait, what? Who is this dude?" So I checked you out, and since then I've been subscribed. So, did you like? How did you like find my stuff or whatever?
Dude, I think I just love dunking. So every single dunking video I see, I just comment. I'm like, yo, that's so
Yeah.
sick. I think I looked back on my emails because my email that shows every time if someone replies or like hearts my comment, and it went
Yeah.
back to like December 2022 or something. Like
Oh, really?
I don't remember even commenting that, but it was like a year
Dang,
and a half ago, however long that was. But
that's crazy.
yeah, it's been like a long time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I first I think we should talk about like ball spinning stuff. I don't know if I'm even talking about that the right way, but kind of start with that, then we'll move into dunking. So, like, what even got you into like spinning basketballs and stuff, and like how you got really good? Because obviously you're pretty insane now. So,
Yeah, so it's kind of like two things. One was like when I was a kid, I started doing it, and I was just already kind of good at it. I could do like the Globetrotter up and through when I was like 8 or 9, I want to
that's
say. I was just
wild, bro.
randomly good at it. So I just always did it. I would do it like talent shows for like our town. And then eventually I just kind of, I just basically did, like every day all the time. And then eventually I was like 14, I want to say. And we're gonna go to New York City just for like for a vacation. And I'm like, I want to street perform there. So I practiced for probably 3, 4 months. It was like a long time because it was in September. So I practiced from like August to September basically, and just every day, 2, 3 hours, just make up new dribbles. And by the end, I was like, could not miss. Like at the beginning, if I did a trick, like I don't think it's even possible. After like a week or two, I'd get it down, and like every new week, I make up a new trick. And by the end, I like finger was all like black, just like from the basketball. I had like burn marks on it, but like I got a lot better. And then after the street performance, I just kind of kept doing it. That's how I kind of
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, it's funny how similar it is to dunking. Like, I mean, I basically did the exact same thing, except I just dunked on low rims when I was a kid, and I got the same like injuries and whatever too. So it's pretty hilarious. But
Yeah.
obviously, pretty big on YouTube now. What like got you into social media? Like, when did you start that? What were like your first steps or whatever?
Yeah, so it's kind of like just I bet everyone has one of these channels. But when you're a kid, you like make a trick shot channel and you post it
Yep.
with your friends. And then you're like going to school, then the teachers are like, watch it. You're like, guys, stop. Do not play that in school. Your friends are like showing everyone. So that's how I
Yeah.
kind of me and my friends and my neighbor. We made like trick shot videos, watching Do Perfect. And after like a year or two, we kind of just stopped. And then how I went back, I just always loved watching YouTube. I love watching like A-Rack, Ryan Strahan, Mr. B. So I kind of just love making those type of videos, even though I don't really make them, but just love like watching them. And then eventually I got a phone like when I was 14 in the summer, and I just downloaded YouTube. My mom did not like YouTube at all, but I just downloaded it and then started making like basketball spin videos in my room for like every day, 3 or 4 videos. They were just terrible quality. And then by the end, I just kept making new ones. That's how I kind of like just started getting into it. Just like just loved watching YouTube and just started posting like all the time. That's how I kind of started.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you're getting like you've gotten really good at editing or like look super professional and stuff. So like what were your steps to like get to that level or whatever?
Yeah, like I still even use like CapCut when I edit my videos. Like
Yeah,
I just kind
same.
of like I don't even like really watch tutorials. It's just like trial and error because it probably takes me 3 hours to edit like on the app, probably like 4 hours in total because I'll be like watching Instagram for 2 minutes for or like watching YouTube to like see how they do it. So it's just like
Yeah.
trial and error. So like at the beginning, I probably don't know like half the stuff I do now because I basically spend probably 8 hours a week on the app alone and just
Yeah.
basically just kind of trial and error every time, just making new stuff up and then seeing what works, what doesn't work, and then figure
Yeah.
it out after that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that like you have to like invest in like some super crazy editing tool
Hmm.
when they don't realize that like do you have like CapCut, the professional version or whatever?
I got the pro, but I don't, there's no point of having it really. It kind
Yeah.
of needs like one of the options.
Yeah, I feel like, well, for me, my content is like pretty simple, I just like do basic stuff on it, but I still like know how to do like some pretty cool things if I want to. I just don't really need to. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
people like overestimate the value of like super crazy editing. In certain situations, like in a, like you said, Mr. Beast type situation, you kind of need to have like that editing aspect to like, keep people watching. But like, when you're dunking, like if you're throwing like too much editing together, it just looks stupid and like no one wants to watch like a highly edited dunking video. So yeah, I think that CapCut is like the easiest thing to learn and like again, trial and error. That's how I learned how to do it. I've just used it for multiple years and you get decent at it eventually. So I mean, obviously you started YouTube, you started getting good at editing. When did like opportunities like try to present themselves? Like I know I saw like you did something with the Globetrotters. Like when did how did that go and all that?
Yeah. So how that happened was I knew they're going to go do a tour in my town or like 5, 10 minutes away. And so
Yeah,
I saw that and it was like 57 days. I'm like, okay, in 57 days they're gonna come. And for Christmas I got tickets to it. My mom didn't have a YouTube channel, but every day I'd post like 54 days I'm with the Globetrotters, 53 days, 52 days. And then eventually I like had like my whole like community like comment on one of the Globetrotters videos. And then one of the Globetrotters, not even the actual channel, they like saw my comment, checked out my channel,
was it
and then they just
wavy?
like ran, yeah, and then they just they like comment and go DM me on Instagram. So I'm like, oh no, my mom has no idea I have a YouTube channel, no idea what's gonna happen. So like that night, I didn't even have Instagram at the time. I'm like, hey mom, basically a Globetrotter. I'm basically hanging out with the Globetrotters. And they're like, what? So I got an Instagram that night and then I like DM'd them like and then basically they gave us like courtside tickets to their game, like right next to their bench. And they
Really?
made like a few videos with them. It's like really cool because like we got to go like 6 hours early before the game. Like left school halfway during the day, and from like 2 to like 6, we just like made videos with them. It was like super cool hanging out with them. So that's how like the first opportunity kind of came up.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. I don't even remember. It was like really early on when I started Instagram. Wavy like saw one of my things and he just started like commenting and stuff. And
Yeah.
I've always thought about like I haven't gone I've gone to one Globetrotters game, but it was like a really long time ago. So I gotta like go again, bro, because I'm pretty sure they come here like every year. So like
Yeah, I think
I definitely gotta try to do the same thing because that sounds so sick. But
yeah.
especially even just like forget the Globetrotters, like you're on an NBA court a lot of the time. Like
Yeah, I
that's
know
super cool.
exactly. Like
So
the court we were on was so sick. It was like the first time they
yeah.
used it too, because it's like in a hockey arena. It was like
Oh really?
brand new. It was awesome.
Yeah. What were some like the other things that came up after that? Because obviously that was like the first big one.
Yeah. So that was the first one. Next one, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's a good one. I guess the next one's the Jimmy Fallon one. How I got on that was they actually found my TikTok. And I don't even like post. I post on TikTok. I look at it like once a month. I literally do not care
Yeah.
about TikTok. And I got this email. And it said like the email said Tonight Show appearance. I didn't know that the show was called The Tonight Show. And so I'm like, what's this Tonight Show? And I'm like, I didn't respond to the email. And then the next day they sent another one. I'm like, what's this like scammy Tonight Show like trying to talk to me about? So I showed it to my dad, and he's like, that's like Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. I'm like, dang it. And so I responded, and then like they follow me on Instagram. I'm like, hey, what's up? And they like invited me to their show. They said they saw one of my TikToks. It was like me spinning a ball on a toothbrush. They want me to like spin a ball on the toothbrush in front of Jimmy Fallon. So that was really awesome, like getting to meet with all of them that whole day. That's
That's hilarious.
probably the coolest experience, like opportunity with the YouTube stuff.
Yeah. That's huge. Like how many subscribers did you have at that time?
That was honestly, I had like 1.8 maybe, 1.8 million. Like I
Mm,
said, it was like a few
yeah.
months ago, I think April or May. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
That's crazy though. I mean, I've gotten emails before from like big brands or whatever, but like every single like there's been a few where I'm like I don't know if this is real, dudes. Like I probably
Yeah, I
could
don't
have
trust
like
any.
I'm sure I probably could have had like a couple like bigger sponsorships, but bro, it's like scary. I don't want to like
I
mess
know.
something up and partner with some random dude. But yeah, I think like if you are a content creator and you do not have like an email that like you put out there and like let people see, like you are missing out on so
Yeah.
much opportunity and so much money. Like I've gotten partnerships through like Instagram before, like Instagram DMs, but most of the time it's me messaging them and then they reply and they just like send me something for free. Like I don't think I've actually ever made money on Instagram, which is crazy since I like do so much for Instagram. I make
Yeah.
nothing. But like everything that I've made has been through emails. Like if it's like if you go to my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, like I have my email in all my bios or whatever, and it's surprising like how many companies like will actually email you and even just offer like, $100, couple $100. But like when you're a content creator, you're making videos and spending, like you said, like a ton of time on it, like you kind of need to do that occasionally. Like a lot of the things that I promote are just stupid, dude. Like there's been times where I've been asked to promote like grills and like just like random stuff. Like I'm not gonna do all of it, so you have to be like selective about what you're gonna promote, obviously, because you don't want to like make your audience mad. But if you are not like doing something like that, like you're missing out on so much opportunity. So I mean, would you agree with that? Like
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Most of my stuff is through email.
what is
Actually,
yeah, what is your
another thing I
strategy
had.
or whatever?
My strategy was basically this is another opportunity I guess I had. I was gonna go to a Utah Jazz game, and
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I have 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to email every single person on this list I found of all the people who work there, and looked like all the marketing, social media, and just
Yeah.
email like 20 people. And one responded that day. He called me at school. I'm like, oh dang it, spam email like or spam call. So I just like declined it, and then I saw he emailed me back, and it was like really awesome, like really cool guy, and we're like still friends. So, like after that, I made a video with the Jazz, so that was cool. I'm doing another one this next weekend on Friday, so I'll be going down to
Oh,
Salt Lake and
really?
like making a 3-on-3 video for them. So that'd be cool.
It's crazy, bro. And yeah, that's another thing is like I think a lot of people think that like those bigger like companies and organizations or whatever are like hard to reach. They're not really that hard to reach, especially in like today's age. Like, bro, there's so many people that you can email from like each thing. And obviously if you're not like you either have to be like skilled at something or you have to have a bunch of followers, like obviously you do. But like if you are like there's a ton of dunkers, and I think that dunkers do a really bad job, to be honest, like getting partnerships and stuff. Like there are guys that I know that are so skilled and have like tons of opportunity and they just don't like try at all. And I think a lot of it is
Mhm.
just they don't know what they should even be doing. So like
Yeah,
what would be some things that you would say like some people should do if they're like wanting to get into, making money as a content creator basically?
yeah. I know Anthony Hamilton gets a lot of sponsorships. He's not even like the best
Yeah.
dunker. He just
He's
gets
definitely not the
so
best dunker.
many.
That's exactly what I mean, bro. Is there's guys like him that just take those opportunities
Yeah,
and it's so
he
smart.
definitely does. Like he gets like State Farm stuff, like stuff Professor only gets, and then
He's partnered with Jordan, bro. Like he gets free
yeah.
Jordan clothes and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's crazy. He gets the crazy. I don't know how he even gets them. And he's like a 50-inch vertical dunker, but got like a Steph Curry
Yeah.
dunk package. But like, but like, I'm trying to think, like low key, what I've been getting into is you either email a lot of companies or get like an agent. I'm trying to get an agent or like a manager right now.
That would
It's
be
really hard
smart,
to
yeah.
get some. I found that Kilgannon has, it's like, I forgot what they're called, but I'm
Riverlight
trying to get one
Management.
because, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Kilgannon too, like the thing about him is that he just doesn't really care. Like
Hmm.
he's such a big name that like he can do things. So I do understand like someone like Jordan how he doesn't like get like that many, but it's just because it's not his goal. Like he just wants to be the best at dunking, and I totally respect that. I mean, I might be wrong. He might be actively trying to do things, but like to be honest, if I was him, I would probably just do the same thing. Like just focus
Exactly.
on
Yeah.
dunking, have fun with it, because when you're that good, people should be coming to you. But when there's
Hmm.
guys like the lower level guys, like not even like the low level guys, but like the good dunkers that don't get that much recognition, I think they should totally use that as an opportunity.
For sure.
Yeah. So another big thing that I saw you did was with Eric. If you guys don't know Eric, how many subscribers does he have? He's got like over
He's got
10 million for sure.
15.1, I think.
Yeah, 15 million subscribers. Does like what would you who would you compare his content to? It's like kind of similar to Mr. Beast, but a little bit different. I don't even know.
It's like almost, I don't even know how to explain it. He just makes like good videos. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
He makes like
I used to
YouTube
watch him.
videos.
I used to watch him a lot. Yeah, but obviously you did something for him. So if you just want to talk about that a little bit, how that presented
Yeah.
itself and how it went.
Yeah, so A-Rock, he was hosting a talent show, and I saw on his Instagram story, he goes like, in the story he says like, if you want to join my talent show, just sign up here. And I saw that story at like 11:30 at night, and the story's been up for like 6 hours. So I'm like, oh, is it too late? Because he probably got them all. But
Yeah,
to sign up for his talent show, you had to make like a 2-minute video and then send it to him, and then see if he likes it or not. And so I spent from 12 to 2 a.m. probably making a video of all my stuff and just like sent it to him. I'm like so tired. It was probably 2:30. It was really late. And so I sent it to him. Next morning, didn't even think about it really. I just told my friend, like, yeah, I sent it for the town show. I probably won't make it though. And then the next week in school, I get like an email from or I get a text from my mom. She's like, oh, you made it. I'm like, made what? The Iraq Talent Show. I'm like, when is it? And she goes, oh, it's like this night. It was like a dance I had that weekend. And it was basketball tryouts too. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's worth it. So I mean, we flew to LA and I skipped like basically most of my tryouts for a basketball team, but they let me like still make the team, if that makes sense. It was weird. Like, yeah, you're probably already gonna make the team. So they
yeah,
kind
it
of let
makes
me on the
sense. Yeah,
team, but I still like a chance to like because I still had one day of the tryouts, and then
yeah,
it was awesome to like meeting him and the whole team. We were like, because there was about 25 of us, I think. So they put us all in this room, and they were like setting up, which took them like 8 hours probably. So we were in that room from like 10 a.m. to like 4 p.m. So we were there for like 6 hours, meeting like all the talented people there, and like half of them were like big YouTubers that like I knew. I'm like, what the freak? So like the best yo-yo person in the world. It had like one of the best scooters, like just random talents too. So it was awesome. Like meeting those guys. We're like still friends on Instagram, and like I think I'm meeting one up in like LA next month. That was like really cool meeting them. And then even like Iraq, like those guys are like really fun to talk to. Like you know Jester on YouTube, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, like I met him at like a basketball game one time, and I when I
Oh,
met
really?
Jester, he was the most awkward guy I've ever met. He was just like really weird. Like that's like kind of weird. When I met with Arak, he was like super awesome to talk to. He felt like we're like the same page. Or Jester was just the most awkward guy I know. I don't know how to explain it. Like not even mean, but he was super awkward. I'm like, yeah, but just meeting the whole team there was like super awesome.
Yeah. So what was it like being on, obviously like a set like that for like a super big YouTube channel? Like
Yeah.
what would you say you learned from that?
Yeah, it was really cool seeing how much like effort they put in just a YouTube video because they also had a sponsorship, and I'm assuming they got like a ton of money from the sponsorship on that video. But they had like 15 workers there just doing the cameras. They had like a director like telling us what to do. There was like a lot of people. It was really cool like seeing how they set it up, how they film their intros, and it takes like 20 tries. And then just like how they like almost not like set things up, but just how they like because there's a lot of props they use too, like huge boxes and stuff. So it's really cool to see like how a YouTube video is like made, not just like everything behind the scenes. That was like the coolest part.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think like it really shows like how like big YouTube has gotten, how they can have like that many just guys doing cameras and stuff. So obviously it's just insane. So yeah.
Yeah.
What other have you have any other like big opportunities or whatever since then or not
Yeah,
really?
I'm trying to think of another one. I've got one right now that I'll meet him up in LA, hopefully. He's like, like the 5'4" dunker. He's like Ty on Instagram. You know
Ty
him?
Jackson?
I
Pretty
think
sure
that's
that's what
him.
it
He's like,
is. But
yeah, he's like
yeah, I
friends
know
with
what
the
you're talking about.
professor. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think I was on his live and I like put him like, hey, want to do a spin competition? He goes, oh yeah, heck yeah. So they follow me on Instagram. Then we're meet up in like LA, I think August 5th or something. I haven't got everything set, but that'd be cool. It'd be awesome, like meeting up with him and like talk with him, make a few YouTube videos with him. So that'd be awesome. Because
Bro, you
I
gotta
don't know,
hit
he's
up a
like
bunch
pretty
of
like
people while you're there though too. Like
yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna try
Dunkademics is
to
there. Dom is there.
Dom
I
there.
think
I didn't know that.
yeah, Dom is there. Chris. Chris, I'm pretty sure lives there. Staples.
Oh, Staples, yeah. I'm pretty
There's a bunch of
sure
people, bro.
because
There's a
Tyler
ton of
Curry
guys
lives down
now.
there too, right? Or T
Tyler
Curry.
does, yeah. T Curry does too. Tons of
Yeah,
guys, bro. Definitely hit up
exactly.
the dunk camp group chat.
Yeah,
Bunch of
for
guys from
sure.
there.
I'll to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Speaking of dunking, what like got you into dunking? Just like inspirations, all that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to I think it was the Dunk King. The Dunk King was a TV show they made, I think after the finals 2016, 2017. So they would
Yeah.
like play it usually like right after the finals, like after late night. And the first year I kind of watched it and I was like, what are these? Who's this Jordan Kilgannon guy? Me and my dad really it's like the Jordan Kilgannon like crazy guy. And then 2017 was I watched like every episode. Like this is the coolest thing ever. I was only like 8 or 9. And I would just think about it like all the time. Like it was awesome watching it. And then once it ended, I kind of like would still watch YouTube videos. But then after that, I just was always dunking on low rims. Not as much as you did probably, but enough with my friends. So it was like they're like annoyed how much I dunked on low rims. And then after I think what like really got me into it was honestly like last summer. I just kept watching the Dunk League episodes. It was so much fun. I probably watched them like 15 times maybe, just like every night. Just
Yeah.
so much fun to watch the Dunk League ones. And just after that, just low rim like all the time. And then eventually just went to 10 foot last summer. And now I just love watching them still.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, while you're like, obviously watching these videos and stuff, who were like some of your favorite dunkers? Like, who did you kind of model yourself off of, or, who just inspired you the most?
Yeah, it was kind of like Arizona. So I first loved watching Chris Staples because he was like the big
Same. That
YouTube
was my
dunker.
first two, bro.
So
Josh Horton.
I was always a right left foot jumper because I just would always watch him dunk. I'm like, this is like how
Yeah.
you dunk. There's no other possible way. Even though Kilgannon and those guys go left, right. And then I started watching Isaiah, and then I'm like, okay, he's a left, right. Maybe I should go to that. Because it was last summer, I was right, left. And then I could touch rim maybe an inch higher off rim. Not I probably touched like 10 and 1. And then right when I went to left, right after a month, I was like barely dunking. It was like crazy. I'm like, okay, I think left right is the way to go. So after that, I even like honestly your videos too, because like you're like the same age as me. It's like, okay, if he's
Yeah.
going left right, Isaiah's going left right. It's got to be left right. So after that, that's how I kind of started watching. Kilgan's fun to watch too, but I think right now who I watch the most is probably Isaiah Rivera.
Yeah.
He's the most
I
fun to
wish he
watch, like
posted
dunk.
wish he posted his sessions more. Isaiah and
I
Kilgan.
know.
I just don't even
Exactly,
expect
yeah.
Kilgan to post his sessions
Yeah, he
since he
posts like
never really
hardly.
posts them. But Isaiah
Hmm.
posts on YouTube so often, but I haven't seen one of his sessions in a minute. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, obviously you went to dunk camp this summer. So like, what got you like to go to that? Like, what in previous years did you see that made you want to come to the
Yeah.
dunk camp?
So I always watch the Dunkademic videos. I've been watching them for like 4 years, every video. Like I just love watching them. Whenever I see the dunk camp, that's like my favorite video, like every year. And then when I saw it, when it had like Karl Malone or it was like Karl Malone in the background of like the dunk camp video. I'm like, is
Yeah,
that in
the
like
Karl Malone
Utah? It's
Training
like,
Center. Yeah,
yeah. I'm like, is that like 3 hours away? And so I checked it. It was like Salt Lake. Okay, I'm going to this next year, no matter what. So I hit you. I'm like, hey, should I go to this? Like, oh yeah, go to it. So after that, I went to the dunk camp. I'm like, be sick. Like I'm so excited going to the and then after I signed up because it was like end of December when I signed up.
yeah, around
I
then.
went to like my dad's gym. We just like dunked an 8 foot for like an hour or two, like every Sunday, basically from then to there. Just like practicing my 8 foot dunks, 9 foot, and go to like 9 foot eight, 9, 10. So that was like really cool to like do that.
Yeah, yeah. We'll come back to the dunk camp. But you just said your dad's gym,
Yeah, so he has his own like basketball camp. So
bro.
it's like piano lessons, but like for basketball. So it's like you go there weekly, ages like 4 to like I say like 16, but most are like
That's
15 at the
crazy.
end. And they also have like private lessons they do there that I do from like high school up kind of. So it's fun just and like all the coaches are like college athletes, so it's fun like meeting all the coaches.
Yeah,
And then like
we have something really similar here actually. It sounds pretty much the same
yeah,
thing, but
every town has like their own version of it, but ours is like we're the only one like in the area, so it's kind of cool
yeah, it's
like
sick.
all the basketball players do there.
And so it's
But yeah.
indoor and adjustable rims and you have access all the time.
Yeah, basically like when there's
That's
like two
crazy.
so there's like a half court gym and there's a full court and I just go to the half court one and basically It's open like every night. So sometimes I'll film videos there. I filmed one like last week. I started at like 10 p.m., finished at like 3 a.m. It just took forever. I had to fill like 100 balloons. It was so much fun though. Just
Yeah,
yeah. So I can basically film it like whenever, mostly at night, not during the day for the most part. But yeah,
yeah. That's so sick, bro. Like the gyms that I go to are, decent, but like the one that I go to, the red court, the thing about that is like it's super busy, first of all, a lot of the time. So I have to go like really early if I want to actually get a good like dunk session in basically. Because it's like a membership thing, like you have to buy a membership. It's cool because it's like one of the only places that you can buy a membership to just go to an open gym basically. But yeah, it's super busy. The court can get slippery sometimes. And then all the other gyms that I go to that I like would prefer are either like super far away, like one of them's like 3 hours away. And then the other one I have to pay like $50 an hour just to dunk it. So
that's
like
crazy.
I know, but it's just like it's normally reserved by like huge parties. So I really only do it if like, a bunch of people are coming here from like, if Hunter's coming in from Wisconsin, I can get like a bunch of people. Cause then if it's like 20 per person, that's not a huge deal, but it's still crazy just for one day.
Yeah,
But you know,
exactly.
well, for a bigger session, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, bro, I totally wish I could have 24/7 access basically
It's
to a
very
gym like
nice
that.
going all the time. Like
Yeah,
honestly, like I could have gone
especially
today.
adjustable, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's it's like because I guess the one gym it's like half court and it's got two adjustables, but one's like a $200 basketball hoop I just don't use really. Then the other full court, there's the two main hoops you can't really adjust, but there's four side hoops that you can adjust. So I go in
That's
there like
sick.
all the time. But yeah,
Yeah, I think indoor adjustable hoops are like super rare, bro. I haven't
I
seen one
know.
in a long time, and like the ones that I do know of, you have to like use like, password and all this stuff, which I actually know, but I just like it's one of the gyms that I have to like rent out, pay quite a bit of money for. So I typically don't,
Yeah.
pay to do a lower room session. I just do it in my driveway. But yeah, that's crazy. Um, yeah, so let's just get back to dunk camp. What was it like coming to this camp that you've been watching for years and like meeting all these
Yeah.
guys
It was
right
really
away?
cool because I've been watching these dunkers for so long, like probably over hundreds of hours. So like when I came to the hotel, I saw you and CJ, and I was just
Yeah, I
like,
was just
"What the
gonna say
freak?"
that.
That's so weird, like seeing CJ champion. Like I was like super weird. So I walked in, go to my room, come back out, and we're just kind of talking. And I see like I think it was Isaiah I saw first, and I
Isaiah
just
just like
look at him
walked
like
past us. Yeah.
I'm like, "What the freak?" And then by the end of the week, it was like normal seeing these guys, but the first time like. It felt like I just saw like LeBron James walk in, and then let me saw
No,
like
yeah, bro. It's
it was
crazy.
crazy. And then
In
we saw
2022, go ahead.
oh yeah, and then who we saw next? I think it was
Sutherland
the one
probably.
foot god, but after that it was like so yeah, it was Sutherland. And I'm like, bro, he's like one of the most dripped out outfit, like crazy colors. It was awesome.
Yeah, bro. In
But yeah.
2022, when I came to the camp for the first time, I was like, same thing. It was my first time. And I got to the hotel and I literally looked through the windows of the hotel and I saw Steven Selly and CJ, I'm pretty sure, sitting in the window. And I was like, bro, my family probably thought I was like child or something. Like I was like freaking out, bro. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Steven. And then, by the end of the week, like every time I saw like a new dunker that I like hadn't seen yet, it was just like, oh my gosh, like I watch this dude so much. And then once you start talking to him, you realize that like, you've got a lot in common. And by the end of the week,
Exactly.
it wasn't anything too crazy. But like I think on my first year, 2022, I probably got like 3 hours of sleep at night before Monday because I was
That's crazy. I
so like
think
excited.
me and my roommate would just watch YouTube videos till like 2 a.m. probably every night. And like every night we're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna go to bed at 11:45, get some good sleep. Every night when we stayed up to like
Not
2:30,
possible at
3
camp,
a.m.
bro. It's not
There's no
possible
way
at
we
camp.
did.
But yeah,
But yeah.
it's wild. What was your experience like day one at camp, kind of meeting all the guys?
Yeah, day one was awesome. I think when we tested our vertical, the adrenaline like kicked in. I like got some creatine, pre-workout as much as I possibly could. I think I offered Nate some. He goes, I don't drink caffeine. Like, oh, okay. And it was funny. And so yeah, we like the adrenaline kicked in because I was expecting to touch like 10.6, 10.7, because that's like the highest I've touched, at least what I measured. I go
Yeah.
in there, first try, get 10.7, 10.8, and then 10.9. I'm like, There's no way. Like this is crazy. It's like testing the verticals, and I got 10-10 eventually, so that's awesome. And then my legs were still tired. I still like threw one dunk down. It was a pretty good dunk, nothing crazy. But
Yeah, I think I'm
and
pretty sure
then
I filmed that.
I think the coolest thing was just watching the dunkers dunk for the first time. Like I
Yeah,
think especially Sutherland when he did his first like 1 foot dunk, he just came in, just boom. Like I've never seen anything like that because all the coaches,
yeah.
my dad's gym are like they can all dunk, but nothing crazy. Like maybe a 360 if they're lucky, like nothing crazy. But seeing those guys, it's weird seeing them in person, how high they
Yeah,
jump
and
up.
the funniest part is, bro, is like this year, like they didn't even like go that crazy because they were all struggling
Yeah,
with like minor injuries. And so like Kilgannon's walking up at like 60% effort, does a cuff windmill elbow, and like it's just insane to see like these guys that are like, injured and still like dunking way better than I could like ever think about dunking.
yeah,
It's just
exactly.
wild. Was day one the day that you threw that lob to Southern?
Yeah, that was day one.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
What was what
It was
was
also
what was
because you were
like your
like,
thoughts going into that?
yeah, because you
What kind
you're
of
like you told him you were like, hey, this guy can spin a basketball. So he came up to you like, hey, what can you do? So I showed him the one trick, and then I'm like, hey, is this good? I like threw it up to the rim. He goes, yeah, that should be good. So I'm expecting like he'll catch it windmill. He just goes up, grabs double elbows it. I've never seen that in person, so I'm
And he
freaking
did
out. I'm
that with
like,
no warm up.
exactly. That was what I'm
You're
saying.
just
I'm
like,
like, because the dunks before that were like pretty crazy, but nothing too serious. And he just goes up, double elbow. I don't think anyone in like the video really like knew how hard and crazy that is. Like double Huddy did that first
no,
try,
I
like,
just think Noah was surprised because it's Sutherland.
but
He
yeah,
just does that
exactly
so
though. Like
casually. It's insane.
it
It's
was
like a layup.
crazy. I know, like
It's
I think he
literally a
does it the
layup.
best, the double elbow. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Just like normal for
weird.
him.
I've never really seen anyone do that off one like him. I mean, obviously there's plenty of guys that have done it off one. Well, not plenty of guys, but there has been dudes who have done it off one, but he just does it so casually, bro. And like the way he can do like, windmill double elbow, pump double elbow, like all this stuff, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, how did like the rest of day one, two, three go for you? Like, what are some things
Yeah.
that you learned? Because obviously we did some classroom stuff. What are some dunks you hit, low rims, all that?
Yeah, so I think after the first day, I jumped way too much. So the second day, my left quad was killing me, so I didn't really jump second or third day. I mean, I still did the second, like lower rims. Just I just had the adrenaline because Isaiah was there. That had like
Yeah.
huge
Yeah,
bruise marks on my
there's
wrist
no
from
way
like
you can't jump on day two. I always tell myself I'm not going to, and then end up having full session,
yeah,
bro. It's bad.
exactly. Like I think Isaiah was our coach for like the mini dunk session. So like he was there. I'm like, okay, I gotta throw some dunks down. It's like do some 8 foot ones. My wrist was like all
Yeah.
bruised up from the rim, like really bad, but it didn't really hurt that much. But and then yeah, basically second, third day I didn't jump. Learning, I think the penultimate step was a lot of fun learning, like how much important that is and like everything else. And then I guess also like the stuff Kilgann taught us, like the fast motion drills he did. That was cool.
Just like the ball
Last
handling
day,
stuff.
yeah, even like Wednesday, my quad was hurting so bad. And I went up to like the what do you call it? The hoop outside or on top of the rooftop basketball court. Because
Oh yeah.
me and my roommate went there like every night. So that Wednesday night, my quads were killing me, but I had to like still practice for dunk, the dunk contest for 8 feet. So I'm like practicing my dunks, but like getting nowhere off the ground. So then Thursday morning, I was still so dead, I just warmed up. And then for some reason, my legs didn't hurt for like 15 minutes, like right at the dunk contest happened. And then right at the end, my legs were still killing me. But it was
Yeah.
awesome winning the contest too, because
Yeah, we definitely
I,
gotta talk about contests. So
yeah,
you did the 8 foot contest, obviously. So at dunk camp, if you guys
mhm,
didn't know, there's like low rim contest and then obviously a 10 foot contest. So you did the 8 foot contest this year and you went against some pretty crazy guys.
yeah, we got like
Luke's like
a
20-year-old
Hunter.
dunker, pretty good. Hunter, um, he's obviously insane, does not care about his body at all. It just
Exactly.
he destroys every part of his arms. And then Nate, obviously, if you guys don't know, Hoop and Nate was in there. So I don't even know who else was in it to be honest, but that's already super
I
solid
think
lineup of
Rick V
guys.
was in it too,
Oh yeah, that
but
was
he did
cool.
nothing crazy. Yeah, it was awesome. But
Yeah, but yeah, those four
so-
are like literally known for the low rim dunks. And the only thing that would have made it better is if I competed, but I'm not good
oh
enough.
yeah, you would have destroyed him, honestly. Eight and
Nah,
nine foot, you would have destroyed all of us. Like
I don't think I would have done that crazy, but I don't know. I haven't lower him in forever. I actually just lowered him yesterday on like 7.5 for the first time and I hit some stupid dunks, bro. It's funny, but yeah, like what was your plan going into the contest?
Yeah,
Did you
so my
execute that
plan,
plan?
I've kind of had like the same game plan for like 6 months, but I just couldn't make the dunks. Now I could. So I knew I wanted to do the win 360 off one. That was like I wanted to hit that one. So I couldn't hit
Off
it.
1 foot, I assume.
Yeah, off 1 foot. My first dunk I wanted to hit was the Vince Carter 360 windmill. So I've been practicing that one forever. So I want to hit it like, okay, that's my first dunk. I don't ever miss that dunk. So that'd be my first one, guaranteed make. And I missed my first two attempts, and I'm like, no way I missed this
Bro,
dunk. So
bro, I was sitting on the rapid reboot, like on the other side of the gym, and I was watching, and I was like, oh my gosh, did he
I'm like,
really
there's
pick
no way I
something too
missed.
hard?
I know. I'm like, there's no way I
That
missed this dunk.
that
Third try,
happens,
I made
bro.
it pretty good.
That happens
And so
with
I was like excited with that one. I
in
think
the
my second
contests.
dunk. Oh,
I've
what?
done the same thing, bro. Like in both of my contests, I've missed my first dunk. Not like entirely, but like my first attempt. I just like
hmm
almost punch, but just like it just hits the ceiling because I'm just like so excited and then I just, forget to actually focus.
Yeah.
So that
I was just
that's
trying to
not
I was
entirely
trying to punch the
surprising.
dunk so hard.
Yeah,
But
because
then
of
my
the
thing
oh yeah,
my
we should also probably mention the system that they used. So
oh
they
yeah.
use a system from the WDA, World Dunk Association, where like it really rewards stuff like jumping high and punching dunks. So you kind of have to like you can't just like rim graze a dunk. Like you have to really make it. So that kind of affects people's planning a bit.
hmm
Yeah.
I mean, I think it affected mine, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I think a 360 between the legs is better than just like a
No, yeah.
windmill.
Both
So
years I've said the exact same thing. I'm like I like the idea, but I'm just gonna do my best dunks. And if
yeah,
I
and I
lose,
think
then that's not my problem. Like
yeah, I know honestly,
I did
because
what
like
I could,
everyone was
man.
like, half the people like, okay, it's only wind or like hard dunks. So they all went for like windmills. Where I'm like, I don't really care about that. So my
Yeah.
second dunk was 360 between the legs, but like D Brown at the end, which I've never even done that. I've always done like a 360 version on like 9 foot. But then, like as I was looking at the contest, I'm like, "There's no way I win or even get to the finals if I don't do something like crazy." So I'm like practicing before I'm gonna dunk on like the other hoops. And like, wait, what if I do like a deep round? So I'm like, I'll just go for it. So first
Yeah.
attempt wasn't really close. Second attempt was like kind of close. I think I hit the rim, maybe back the rim. I want to say third attempt, and no one really even saw me do the deep round yet. They just thought I was doing 360 between the legs. The third attempt, once I made it, everyone was like freaking out because like I'm not expecting to do that. So I think that was probably my best dunk. And that was third
Here,
attempt
hold
too. So
up.
I was barely making my
Yeah.
dunks.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so I got like a time limit on here for like 35 minutes. So I'm
Mhm.
just gonna stop it, resend you the link. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, before Zoom cut us off, Miles was talking about or about to start talking about his third dunk. I'm pretty sure. We'll just get back
Yeah,
right back into it.
I think that's right. Yeah, so my third dunk was the 360 win off 1 foot, which was kind of crazy because that my first dunk was right left, second dunk was left right, third would be off one. So like kind of all three types of jumping and all
Yeah, that's
one
super
contest.
cool.
So yeah, so I'm like, I don't know if the judges knew that. Maybe they did, but so I had to make this one. So I was practicing on the other hoop 7-6 because there was like three other hoops so you could like practice on before you did the contest. And I was making them like first try, like, hey, this is awesome. I'll make it first try. But I wanted to be like almost like an act almost. So I told Hunter, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like pretend to just do normal version, then I'll like stop midway, point at you, and like do swirl, kind of like trying to think. I guess Mac McClung did it where like he jumped over one person and then like told him to put another
Pretend it was
person
too
like the
easy.
Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted something like that. So I went for it, pretended to mess up, pointed at Hunter, like did a twirl, went for it, and then just bricked the dunk. I'm like, dang it. Or some I don't think I even hit the rim. I like got it stuck in my like shorts,
Yeah,
and I
that
need to kill
happens.
game in shorts. And
Yeah,
then
thanks.
I did like the three, and then I finally made it. So I was like crazy. I think I did like a side flip after it or something.
Oh,
And
really? I
I didn't
forgot
get
you
on
could do
film
flips
though.
and stuff, bro.
Yeah, I love doing flips too. I only started doing it like last year, and then after that, I just kind of like go to like our local trampoline park and just dunk on our like our 8 foot hoops they have there at the trampoline park. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
yeah,
was it two dunks per round?
I think it was three dunks, but only two counted. And so the final dunk, it was 360 underneath
What?
both on eight. Yeah, because
Sick, bro.
It was really weird.
That's
So like
weird.
you get three dunks and then choose the best two scores out of the three, so you can miss one still.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming my
Nice.
best two are my second and my third. And so the
Probably.
final dunk, I'm like, there's no way I'll win because it was me, Luke, and Hunter. And Hunter, he did like a between the legs under like double elbow. I think Luke hit some crazy stuff too. So I wasn't expecting to win. I was just trying to get to the finals. I wish Nate was in the finals too, but he missed his dunk. But then I'm trying to think. I think Hunter missed his behind the back double elbow or double honey
Yeah.
dip. And then I think Luke, no, then it was my turn. Am I tripping? I
I
think
think
I went
Luke.
first actually.
I think Luke did
Luke,
some like.
he did like a 540, I think.
Hmm.
He tried to do a he tried to do like a hide and seek 540, which just was not working for him. And then his
Yeah.
third attempt, he just went for a 540 normal and made it.
Yeah.
And so I think I was before it though, but I think I went first. And I never even I made under bowl 360 once, maybe twice. So I wasn't even expecting to make it. I just went for it. I was kind of close. Like, I'll make it my second try. I went up for it, kind of punched it. It wasn't even that hard. So basically, I think I beat him though by like 15 points or something, like their point system. Like when they
Hmm.
called this up, I had like 67 points. He had like 52 or something. I think the
Yeah.
point system really loves underneath both dunks and 360s. I think that's
Yeah.
what I saw.
Definitely. Probably. Yeah. I mean, under both is a super hard dunk. I wonder. I just wonder if they incorporated like the previous rounds into that score or not. They
No,
probably
I
did.
think they took them all out. They said it was like restart everything. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure. I don't want to
Maybe.
be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, winning the 8 foot contest is obviously crazy. So, did you dunk at all the rest of the day or not really?
No, I did not. I don't think it was basically I just only jumped Monday and then half of Thursday for the dunk contest. I did not really
Yeah.
jump. I tried to kind of, but wasn't really getting too close.
Yeah. So later in the day, if you guys did not know, later in the day on Thursday, the dunk show happens, and this year's at Jordan High School. Basically, it's just all the pros they do dunk show. Pretty simple. And this year, I would say was pretty good, and it kind of exceeded my expectations quite a bit. So, like, what were your thoughts going into it, and then obviously watching it? Like, what do you
Yeah.
think about it?
What I was expecting from I've seen all the other videos where you do like Jonathan's wall, like over
Yeah,
four people dunk. And then when I went up for it, it was almost like really cool. Like everything was just set up perfect. Like they all like hit their dunks too. I think the coolest part though was Kilgannon. Was it a 50-inch vert he got? Like he tested jump like running?
yeah. So for Kilgannon to test a 50-inch vert because of his standing reach, he'd need to touch 12 feet, and the vertec that they used was set at 12 feet. But so technically, yeah, he touched 12 feet on that vertec, but they did not measure the vertec. So that's why it's kind of questionable, and
Yeah.
that's the reason he's not going to
Because
count it because he's super specific with like his measuring or whatever, and he would never, especially for something like that he's been training for like super long. He's not just going to like take a vertec that
yeah,
could be 2 inches off or it could be an inch higher. So he'll test 50 this year if I had to guess, but he won't count that one. I doubt anyway.
yeah. It's
But
cool
it was
seeing that,
still
and
crazy
also,
adrenaline. Yeah,
yeah,
it was still
exactly.
crazy.
And also, it was cool seeing Jordan Sutherland hitting like his 2 foot dunks, which he's like never even
Yeah,
seen him
bro.
jump off 2 foot until this year, and he's still better than
Mhm.
like every dunker there besides the coaches. Like it's crazy. And then what is another cool dunk? Oh, the Tetris dunk by Isaiah. I've never
That
seen
was
anyone
crazy.
jump that high because all you
Triple
can like
up.
kind of push off the ball just a little bit, not much really,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah, you
crazy.
got
I've never
so
seen
high,
anyone
bro.
jump that high up, especially just that dunk too.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah,
kind
but
of
there
like the
were
main points.
yeah, there were at least two dunks in that show that had never been done in a show, which was obviously the high jump dunk and then Kilgannon's like double dunk windmill thing.
Yeah.
Puts it through one hoop and dunks it in the other. That's just ridiculous. So that was super good show, obviously.
Yeah, I think did Sutherland make his high jump one first try too, I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then like he took like the date 2 days before he didn't he kind of got one in, but like it hit the ball hit the hole I think at the end. It took him
Yeah,
like
that was
30
dumb. I
tries.
don't know. But yeah. All right, so obviously dunk camp is over. You are back now. What are like your
hmm
goals as a dunker for the future?
My goals now are just almost like because I'll be playing basketball this year for my school team, so I'm just kind of like trying to get some off the dribble. Just mostly just trying to get way more consistent on 10 feet. Because for me, even then, like even now, it's like give me 10 tries, I'll make four dunks if I'm feeling good. Realistically, like three. because even at the dunk camp, I made like one for like 10 or something. Like I was not consistent, even though I can get up. Because I went jumping last night at my church, at our basketball church, I guess, gym we have. The rims are like 9, 10 and a half, I want to say. So we go there to jump. I think I jumped 15 times, like max jumps, and every time I think I find the videos too. The rim's like right here. I just keep like hitting it back the rim, so I'm just trying to get more
Yeah.
consistent. I guess think like what Kilgannon told us, like try to hit the front of the rim inside, kind of.
Hmm.
But I'm just hoping by the end of the school or end of the year, I can just get more consistent and then hit. I guess I'm trying to hit like a 360, like 180 version, kind of more
Yeah.
consistent too. But yeah,
Yeah. What are some of your like long-term goals as a dunker? Like, do you want to be considered a professional dunker one day? Are you more interested in like YouTube and that stuff, or
yeah, it's kind of both because like I love like pushing myself in my videos, like doing new stuff, and honestly, I probably dunk so much, like just randomly, like not even filming. I just do it for fun. So
yeah.
I'm like hoping to like almost like an amateur dunker, like not. I doubt I'll be like a 50-inch vert, but it'd be like really awesome to like push myself like every time. Because honestly, like I'm not even like known for a dunker on YouTube, but I have like 6 videos on just jumping, maybe like more, and they still get like a
Mhm.
lot of views. So it's just fun, like just going to the gym and just trying to hit something new and just spend like an hour doing it. So it would be awesome to like not even like a pro dunker, just like be able to like get up that high. That's like the main goal
Yeah.
basically. But yeah.
Yeah. What are some things that you like? Like, what are like training wise? Like, what do you plan to do? Like,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
gonna
interested in
back.
starting lifting and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, so I'm trying to go do the Kilgannon jump master. That's something me and my dad have been doing the past week or so. So and then just jump at our jump, I guess, dunk session like once a week, every 8 days or so. Maybe twice if I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you get into that, like, I think, just a program like that is super good for people that are just starting out with lifting, basically, because it's just, all the basic things you need to do. So, yeah, if you're jumping 1 to 2 times a week, I think Kilgan's program is once every 4 days. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're doing that and you're, getting better at lifting technique specifically, because obviously once you mature more and just become an adult, you will just, gain strength just from that. So if you can get your technique right now, I mean, yeah, you could totally increase your force output and become super crazy in the
Yeah.
future for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of your goals for like, you know, YouTube, ball spinning, stuff like that? Like, is that
Yeah.
like generally your career choice at
Yeah.
the
I
moment?
mean, of course I think it's gonna be switching out because even my videos from a year ago were like basically straight basketball spinning. Now I'm kind of like I'll still do basketball spinning, but it's almost like anything basketball related. And then
Yeah.
sometimes I'll do like flipping videos and they'll get like 50 million views. So it's like
Mhm.
honestly, like I think in 5 years, I want to say I'll be a YouTuber, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was just something like a little different, or if I'll be doing like totally different content. That's basically the main goal, just kind of like making every video better than the last, whatever way, whatever possible way. But yeah, trying the other goal, I guess like more opportunities too. So I'm trying to get like the All-Star game next year, trying to like figure something out. I email
Yeah,
like a
there's
thousand
tons of
people.
stuff there, bro. There's tons of stuff at the All-Star game that you could definitely
Yeah,
participate in.
exactly. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think you're doing tons of crazy stuff, obviously, especially for your age. If you guys didn't know, probably should have mentioned earlier, but he's 16 and already got 2 million subscribers. So pretty insane. So yeah, well, I think that generally wraps it up. Miles, appreciate you coming on. If you guys want to go
Yeah.
check him out on social media, you can let him know what that is because I do not have it completely memorized. So,
I think it's Miles underscore McDeezy on Instagram and then McDeezy on YouTube. But yeah.
sir,
I don't
definitely
know. I
go.
don't even know what my name is on TikTok, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's like McDeezy
Yeah,
underscore
bro.
YT, maybe dot YT. I have no idea. I literally do not check it at
I'm
all.
I'm mad at TikTok, bro. I could go on a rant right now, but all I'll say is TikTok Shop is ruining the app. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like they don't push out real content anymore. They just push out stuff that makes them money. It's crazy, but
Exactly.
yeah, it's wild. But yeah, definitely go drop. I gotta follow, go subscribe on YouTube, obviously too. And yeah, that wraps up this episode. Stay tuned for more. See you guys in the next one. So.
All right.